Hey, it's Doris with Ollie Books, and I am here to do my July TBR Talk. I gotta get myself organized because it's a hot mess over here. Thanks to my son and I's little trip to the bookstore, my books I brought into the house in June is a little bit inflated because I got those 12 books at the used bookstore with store credit from books I traded in. And then, of course, I've gotten a few new ones. So 18 brought into my house. Fortunately, I have read, 14 thus far this month. So I'm getting close. I'm having to film this a few days early, so I have 2.5 days left in the month, and I have 4 books in progress, so fingers crossed I'm gonna break even again this month. I think I'm going to do it. I really do. So I gotta get all this in order so I'll be ready to hit the ground running in July. So I kind of think, because I'm still off work, and I read a lot in June, but not as much as I thought I would. I still haven't broken 300 pages in a day barrier, and when you're just sitting at home doing nothing, you might as well read 300 pages in a day once or twice in the month, right? So I think I'm going to try to come up with like a more concrete plan to do that in July, so I'll keep you posted on that. I might even try to do the 30 books in 30 days thing. I haven't decided. We'll see how it goes. We will. But let's see what books I want to read or think about reading in July. And I kind of like to have not an absolute TBR, but a shelf. This is where I keep my TBR shelf for the month. A shelf of choices so that I can still mood read, because people like to mood read, but I can still have a focus, so it's like the best of both worlds. So June was the Reading Women Challenge, and these are the books that I still have left for that, and I want to keep these together because when I finish reading these, I'll know that I'm only 4 books away from finishing the challenge for the year. So I'm going to this is just a random book. I'm going to move it below. But this shelf is all my Black History Month that I also want to keep together. But I've been reading it down quite a bit. So I think that I can make some space on here to fit more books now. So I'm going to try to condense these a little bit. Like so, and yeah, and then move my Reading Women down to join this shelf. And I'm going to keep this one up here because this first week of July, I think it starts on June 29th or June 30th, but it's Books and Lala is having a Canadian readathon. It's read-a-thon, E-H. And I want to participate so much, but I'm going to be in Florida, and I have all my Florida books that I want to read, and I will link my Florida book haul down below when I put those up here. But my theme for July is my Florida reads, so every month I like to have a theme, and July is Florida reads, and the week that the Canadian readathon is falling, I just can't make it. But I'm going to keep this on my TBR shelf because I do want to have that nod to Canada. So Alice Munro is a Canadian author. And then I just really still am wanting to get to this. Definitely. I think I might even get this on audio to read in the car. I'm thinking about keeping this one up here as well because it is almost 500 pages, And the first 2 weeks in July are also Tome Topple, which is to read books 500 pages or more. So I think I'm going to extend Tome Topple to the entire month. So I want to leave this for Tome Topple. And Barracoon, I do still want to read that soon, very soon. But the rest of these I'm going to stick down here. Oh my gosh. I didn't even plan that, and they fit perfectly. That's exciting. So, here we go. Let's put Florida Pride of Place on the left-hand side. So these are all of my Florida reads. And again, I will link that video below if you are interested in hearing more about these books, because there's some awesome ones in this stack. All of them, really. I'm very excited about my Florida reads. Very excited. Okay, and then what else do I need to include? I think I have a Mary Stewart. Where's my Mary Stewart? Uh-oh, she's over here. Mary, where did you go? There she is. Okay, this is my Mary Stewart read-along, so I need to include that. And which one of these? Yeah, I think I'm going to buddy read the next N.K. Jemisin. And I want to include some bug books. I know you're like, bug books? I love bugs. So this one I bought last year, and I read A Sting in the Tail, which was all about bees by the same author. And I've been saving this one for the spring, summer months. So I want to get it in my line of sight so that I won't forget to read it. And then this one, The Forest Unseen, A Year's Watch in Nature by David George Haskell. Pulitzer Prize finalist. This one is set in Tennessee, and he observes this small area of land. I forget the dimensions of it, but just over the course of all 4 seasons, that's right up my alley for sure. And then let's not forget more Tome Topple. I posted that video yesterday. You guys love some Pillars of the Earth. Everybody is about Pillars of the Earth, it seems. So that one's got to be included. I'm not sure which others from my Tome Topple shelf, and I'll link that one below too if you're interested in seeing what's on my Tome Topple shelf. I'm not sure which other ones I'll include from that, but I have this one and this one and this one already. And then if you remember last month, I put these aside because these were left over from my June TBR shelf. So I had The Infamous East of Eden. Why do I not read this? I am going to read it soon. But this one also qualifies for Tome Topple, so more incentive. And then I had these two for, I think I was reading some fish books, but these definitely fit into the Florida coastal scene. The Old Man in the Sea and the Fish Can Sing. I mean, yeah. So I am going to put those back on the TBR for July for my Florida theme. So yeah, I think that's it for July, and now I'm all organized and ready to go. So thanks for joining me, and thanks for watching, and I will be back soon.